Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Ragnamod 6 here on the Ragnamod 6 server. I'm Katiana. We're picking up where we left off. It was a very busy night last night as we did a lot of work. We did a lot of work, and we still have plenty of uranium in. Why are you empty? What is going on? No, you should not be empty. What the hoo-ha-hey? Oh, probably because the... I bet you've taken it all. You're 1.1 million. You shouldn't have taken it all. I'm so confused. Ugh. Nothing is working as it should. Evening there, district. Yeah. Shifter, this does not make sense. What the hell? We had this all stable and working like a dream last night, and it's broken. I don't get it. I am so confused. I am... Okay, click the reactor off and then on. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so I'm going to click it off. And then I'm going to click it on. Oh, I see what maybe the problem is. Hang on. Okay, that is now in output mode. Yeah, this block was not set to be an outlet mode. It will auto export the waste, but that block was still in import mode, not export mode. So now it should automatically export the cyanite into that chest. Yep, that was the problem. Although it's not... Okay, it's building very slowly. Yep, that was the problem. I didn't have that one set to green. Okay, I think we determined the problem and we have it fixed now. Goodness gracious. Okay, this way. Let's turn this off temporarily, and that will let the energy flow over into our RS system, so we'll have it for the stream tonight. And we should be good. Hopefully we'll be good. Fingers, toes, and everything else crossed. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me dump those in there. No, not my tacos. I need my tacos. Gotta have my tacos. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Hopefully, we are close to having power somewhat stabilized. In theory. It's a good theory. It's a very good theory. Yep. That's what I've done. I've turned the power off to the miner for now. And that will let power just run to the RS system. And we should then be in position now where we can work on these RS crafts for the couple of hours that I'm able to stream tonight. I have to go into the office tomorrow, so I can't stay up late. No staying up late for me tonight. Cannot do that. Not allowed. And we'll see if we can just knock out a bunch of these quests, and we'll see how far into working on the pieces and parts for these drives we can go. So we will see how it goes. We will just see how it goes. So first, let's see if we can knock out some of these pieces and parts. So first we need a crafter manager. So let's go in here. Okay, so we're going to need more machine casings. We are out of machine casings. So we're going to need to make some more of these. So let's head back over to here. I think the only pieces I have over here are the iron sheet metal. So I'm going to need some steel, a little bit of iron, and some redstone. I need a lot of pieces and parts here. Okay. So we're going to need... Oh. How on earth did I manage to use up all the redstone again? Oh, I didn't. It's not in the drawer. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to take some of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'll be here. Some iron. I'll run over here. Come here, you. Okay, we're gonna need this. And we'll grab that, and that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that gives me that and that. Then I'm gonna need copper. I forgot the copper. I always forget the copper. Oh, wait. Where did I put my thing? I don't need to run back. I can grab it from here now. Ha 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 ha. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, this is going to be so nice. Okay, so now we can drop you, and you in there. Okay, so we can do this, and this, and, okay, no, I went too far. This, and this, and this, and put those in there and go 1, 2, 3. Put those back. Okay, so now I need 2 crafters. So if I go here and I want to make not 12, I want to make 2. Okay, let's do this. This is a furnace that I think I know how to automate. So let's take you downstairs. With the crafter. Okay, then if I take I have cable. Where did I put the cable? It's right there. Okay, if I take this and go like this, and I put this cable down, this goes here, and I put the crafter down okay, it's backwards. So it needs to go this way, because the crafter needs to face the machine it's going to be working on. So then I do this, okay, and then I want through the back, I want back to be both input and output, and I'm going to put fuel in here. Okay. All right. So if I want to make a crafter, I'm going to put those in this system. I need to make a destruction core, an advanced processor, and a construction core. I'm going to need some patterns. God, not 110. Oh my gosh, I'm going to do this again. 10. I need glass. Do I have glass? I only have 2. Okay, I have... If I put you in there... should be a setting on here. Auto input. Auto input. Auto output is true. Auto input is true. I have the back set for both input and output. I have such a redstone ignore. Why is it not just grabbing all that glass? I don't know. I used to be able to just dump the glass right in there and it would just go. Okay. Just add a 0 to make 10 patterns. Okay, we have patterns. And pattern. Okay. So now if I want here, and I want processor, and I want an advanced processor here, I have such a processing. I put ignore redstone signal. Okay, there goes there. Then I'm gonna want the basic processor. Put that one in there. Because then I should be able to set the cores. Welcome back, Shifter. So then I can do processing is off for this one. There's that one. And I can set this one. So there's both of those. And I can put those patterns in here. Maybe. There we go. Okay. So now I should be able to do a crafter. One crafter. Okay, so now I don't have a pattern for raw basic processor. Okay, so I need processor, the raw basic processor pattern. Put that in there. And I don't have a way of making my ever so lovely, oh my gosh, I don't have any here. Wait until I have enough mana to make some more string. I knew I was going to do something during lunch today, and I forgot what it was. That's what I was going to do. I was going to make a bunch more mana. I forgot. Of course I did. Do. Come on, manifester. Come on. It doesn't take that much mana to do this, does it really? It's a tiny bit. Come on. Thank you. Ah, oh, one. Go faster. Do. I swear I need to write down when I have a project I was going to work on so I don't forget, because chances are I'm going to forget. Thank you. Yep. Lovely. There we go. And then I went to the wrong place. Even better. Okay. And I need the string cheese with... Nope, not you. We're going to put you away. And then we can make the processor bindings. We can make 8 of, not 18. I did it again. 8. Great. Okay. So now, if I want to make a crafter, I'm missing iron. Iron. Okay. Now, it will go in, but it won't come out again. So I may have to put it's set to auto output and it's not auto outputting. I put these in there, will it recognize it's there and continue the craft? No, and I don't have the crafting manager, so I can't cancel the craft that's in process. Oh, snap. That's what I'm trying to make. Do I need... Do I need a chest in between the crafter and the furnace? So if I put that there. And then I put the furnace down. And I set that to input output. And I put that there. And no redstone signal. It's got my stuff tied up in there, and I can't. I'm trying to make the crafting manager so I can monitor the crafts to cancel stuff that's in progress. I'm in a catch-22 here. Ugh. I don't think there's a way of canceling the craft that's in process until I get the crafter manager in there. You and you and you. Then I can do another machine frame. No, not machine frame. Machine casing. No, I don't want an iron crafter. I just want a regular crafter. So there's the two crafters. Not manager. What is it I'm trying to make again? Crafter manager. Crafter manager. Crafter manager. Crafter manager. Here. Now I'm still one short. Oh my. So I'm going to need steel again. I need iron again. gives me 4 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4 gives me 4 more of those. And then I need, no, here, come on, here, 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 gives me those. I put those away. I'll come back over here and do you and you and you. Grab those. Okay, and then we can do you and surround the okay, so then crafter manager here. I need 2 advanced processors. I do this and I do advanced. I want 2 of those. I need 2 more of the strings. Oh my god. Later. I grab coal instead of charcoal. I think that'll give me more bang for my mana buck. Blah! I need to figure out why this furnace does not want to automate. There's one. Come on, mana. Looks like Kansas is shutting down due to this snowstorm tomorrow. Lucky them. Yuck. It takes so long to get enough mana to make one little piece of string. Thank you. Okay. Have the string. Maybe processor. Here. Delete 8. There. Go. Okay, then I want advanced processor. I want to make 2. Go. Put those in there. Aha! Now that time they disappeared. Are they in here? No. They are in there. Do I have the crafter going the right way? It is connected to the system. It's ignoring redstone signal. It should be the side of the crafter that has the little dot on it should be facing where you want to send stuff and collect stuff, right? I'm not remembering this wrong. Nope, you're good. So if I put the furnace directly next to the crafter will dump into the furnace, but it won't take stuff out of the furnace. So I tried putting a chest in between. And now the furnace will put the crafter facing down on top of the furnace. Okay. We will. You have to have something besides the crafter? I thought you just used the crafter. Come on. Okay. So it's going to be, oh my gosh, I got too much stuff here. Okay. So this goes here. Then the crafter goes, and of course you're upside down. Either an importer or an interface on the back to put items back in. How many pieces and parts does this take to hook up one machine? Okay, so patterns go in here. Okay, so now in addition to this, now I need a, whatchamacallit, I've got one of them here. So a interface. So now the interface would get connected here. Or does the interface have to go? No. No, I don't want an importer though, because I need stuff to go both directions. So don't I want an interface so that stuff goes both directions? Because the importer only goes, the importer imports items from an inventory in front of the block and inserts it in the storage network. The crafter will insert the item to be smelted. The crafter will So the crafter will insert the item to be smelted. The importer will pull the finished items back in. Okay. So I need to set the top to be an input and the back to be the output. An RF thing from iron furnaces. An RF thing from iron furnaces. Okay, I'll have to look into that. All right, let's put that away. Oh, wait, that's my crafter I need for my manager, I think. A wireless heat receiver and transmitter. But I have to connect that to something that generates heat, right? I don't have anything that generates heat yet. Because, like, don't you connect that to a, like, you connect that to a mech? Oh, it takes RF? Okay. Okay, so this is the wrong crafter. I need the netherite crafter. So I need like a, hang on. So if I do that, no, not that. Hang on. And then I do this, and then, really? You're gonna be that stubborn? Here, okay. There. And then patterns in there. Okay. So the crafter imports the items into the machine, and importer takes the items out of the machine and imports it into the refined storage system. Okay. So I need 2 pieces of equipment for every machine I'm going to automate. A crafter to put things into the machine and an importer to extract the finished items out of the machine. Got it. I think I got it. And I'm still missing a machine casing. Oh my gosh. The crafter will only output items. It doesn't take the items back. So that's different from the AE interface setup, that it would handle items both directions. That doesn't go there. It has been so long. I forgot. I didn't realize how long it has been since I played DDSS when I had a bunch of stuff set up with this. I don't remember any of this stuff. Oh my gosh. Thank you for refreshing my memory. I appreciate it. Go put this in here. Make another one. Put that in there. Grab the quartz. Gives me more crafters. Probably helps to go through the door first. Okay, so then we have the crafter manager. I'm going to put this here. Okay, so now we can see all of the crafters where we have patterns saved and everything. So I won't have to run up and down stairs to put things in. So that's going to save us steps. That's a good thing. So then the crafting monitor, that's the other one I need, which is very, very, very important. That's the one I should have made first so I could cancel that other craft. Oh, dang it. Epic fail. Lusai. I'm sure I have a stuck craft in there that's got 2 machine casings stuck in it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab those. And we can put in iron. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There is that. Then we're going to need to come over here, 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 here. Make 4 more of these. Nice. Okay, this and this and this. Grab those. Put those away. Put that there. Grab my quartz again. Okay, so then we have this. Okay, so I'm going to need one of you in there. Okay, here. I want to make 1 crafter. Oh my god, I'm going to have so many resources tied up in here. This is driving me nuts. And I don't want to put that there because it's going to block me opening that chest. Ugh. Okay, over here. My netherite crafter there so I don't use it by accident. Put that crafter in there. Okay, won't let me craft if there's one in the system. Great. Oh my god, all my stuff is tied up in autocrafts that are stuck. Okay. And I need 2 advanced. I can't make advance because I'm out of the string. Oh my god. It didn't come back to the system. It processed in the furnace, but it did not come back into the system. Where did it go? It just disappeared into the void. I put two basic processors in here to cook. It went out the output slot and they've disappeared. I'm so confused right now. I am so confused. I don't know where they went. I put in two raw basic processors. And it cooked them, and it went to the output slot, and then it disappeared, and then they're gone. And I have no idea where they went. I am completely flummoxed. Like, I just want a crafting monitor so I can see if there's stuff stuck, so I can cancel them and get my stuff back. Okay, I need two patterns, which we have patterns. Doom doom. I put the patterns in there. Now it says I need improved processors. And I can't make improved processors because I need the string again. Okay. I must have so much string tied up right now in pending crafts. It's gonna be crazy. There's one. Oh my gosh. I should have made this monitor first to see what could be stuck in crafting, so I could have fixed that first. Ugh. I made the monitors backwards. You turned off auto import export and now it's working. But wouldn't you want the auto import export to be on? I've got things being stored in the drawers, and this netherite barrel is serving as my storage until I get disk drives built. And no, because the crafter and the importer are pulling the items. Okay. So is that the case on other machines, like thermal machines and those other things where you have to turn auto import and exports off? You want to not activate those too? Because in AE you had to turn those things on or they wouldn't. You don't need to use autos at all. Okay, so that's different than in AE. In AE you had to activate those so that things would flow. So with refined storage you don't have to activate those. Oh my god, this is going to be so confusing. Okay, it's working now. You just smelted 2 stacks of sand and it is working good. And there are my 2 basic processors now. They just magically appeared over here. Probably because you changed that auto function off and now they're here. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so I do not turn the auto functionality on. They showed up when you turned it up. That is so bizarre. Oh my gosh. It is. It's very weird. But like I said, it's been so long since I did refined storage. I don't know if I remember how to do all this stuff anymore. It's been so long. Okay, so let's try. We got processor. I make 8 of those again. Go. And then for my crafting monitor, I need improved processors. So we're going to go improved processor. I don't have the recipe for that one yet. So if I come up here and I do this, and it's set to processing, I make the recipe for that. And I come over to my monitor and I go down to the furnace and I give you that. Then I should be able to come down here and do improve processor, and I want to craft 2 of these. Start. Yes! Our first auto crafting items in a machine, thanks to Shifter. Woohoo! So now I can do this and have a crafting monitor, which I can then... I love the fact when you're making patterns, Refined Storage is smart enough to automatically know it's a crafting. Yes! Oh my god. I messed that up so many flippin' times in AE because I would not have that set correctly. Oh my gosh, it drove me crazy. Yes! Oh my god, I was just it would just drive me absolutely up the wall. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so now we have our purple pattern grid and our purple crafting monitor. And sure enough, we have cancel all. You had to redo many patterns because you were making them. Yes, I did too. Oh my gosh. And I was like, why is this stuck? Why is this stuck? Why is this stuck? Because it was set to do one instead of the other. Oh my gosh. So now I should have my machine casings. I've gotten them back. And I get more patterns. Yay, and I can clear that out. Okay, so now I can monitor what things are crafting where, and something gets stuck, I can cancel out of it. That will be very helpful, for sure. Then last piece of the puzzle is the disk drive. So, in theory, yes, back to your bees. You have 6 gold, 6 emerald, 6 diamond bees in T4 apiaries. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. You are so diving deep into those bees. Okay, so for a disk drive, like this, like this, like this, and I can come to my crafting monitor, and we can put this recipe here. I don't blame you. We're getting there very, very, very slowly. Very, very, very slowly. But I imagine over time I'm going to need more than one disk drive, so it makes sense to have that prepped to make more. Okay, I don't have a recipe for an advanced processor. I do have a recipe for an advanced processor. Disk drive 1. There we go. Start. And 1 disk drive. Boom. Yay. And we can put this up here. And that gives me another one. We'll put this one back here. Okay, so we've got now disk drives. Now the next thing would be the refined network. Now this is what lets you set up remote access areas for your system. And I literally had just learned how to use this in DDSS because I had my network transmitter in the home base and I had remote areas set up in the place where I was making ancient dust and my ore processing area. So let's see what we can do here. So we need a receiver. come up here and we're going to go network receiver. Here, here, here. And then we're going to have a network transmitter. Here, here, here. And the third thing we're going to need is a network card. Do a network card. And there. And then we can come down here and we can put the 3 recipes right there. And we can come here and we can do network. We can do one of you, go, boom, and we can do one of you, go, and then we can do one of you, go. Oh, so nice! And that gives me another transmitter and another receiver. Okay, the network receiver is the block that receives a signal from the transmitter. And a network transmitter sends a network signal to a network receiver that is specified in a given network card. A network card is an item that stores the coordinates of a receiver. Okay, so we come down here again. Exactly. What I'll do is once I can get solar set up, I will play with these. For now, I'm going to just set them in here. But what we'll do is we'll set up the transmitters probably like over maybe along this wall. And then I can then set up a receiver like one in the mechanism building and one over in my create and thermal, that whole processing area. And then from that receiver, I can run my cables and everything to automate all of those various machines, but be able to control them from here. Yep, I got one. It's one of the things for the immersive engineering quest line. So I have one. I haven't hooked it up for anything yet. It's parked in here, so I'll have it available when I start working on the gas burning generator. So it is right here. So I have it ready to go. A combiner. Combiner. I believe I may actually even have an advanced one. I think that sounds familiar. Nope, that's compressing. No, I don't have that one yet. I literally just dipped my toes into mechanism so that I could unlock thermal. Thermal? Is it thermal? Yeah. I think that was probably like one of the last pieces in finishing immersive engineering. I think. if I remember correctly. Yeah. Okay, so I got that. Now let's go back down this way and see if we can knock out these upgrades. Real quick. Oh. Large pattern encoder. Okay, we can't do that one yet because it uses the big nasty auto crafting table. So we cannot do that one yet. So we'll skip that one. Regulator upgrade. Okay, that's the one you use to do a keep in stock. I totally need to learn how to use that one. Didn't I have upgrades? That's a range upgrade. I need to learn how to use that keep in stock because I think that would be like super handy. Regulator is not spelled that way. It's spelled this way. Okay, so I'm going to need... I totally did not mean to hit that. Do. That. There's that. Then I'm going to need an improved processor, which I can now just hit that and make one of those. Oh, no, I can't because I'm missing string. My God, I run out of those darn things so quickly. Like, seriously quickly. They go really fast. I still can't get over the string cheese to make the mana string. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? Really? Okay. Like, how would you automate this? Would you put the crafter one direction and the importer on another side of the mana pool? Yeah, I definitely will. It's another one of those where I only did enough Britannia to advance the other quest line I was working on. But I'm like, that's an odd thing. Okay, so I'm going to do this one. I need one of those. That. Okay, so now I should be able to make an upgrade. There's my upgrade. Drop that in there. And then I can make a regulator upgrade. Okay, I'm going to drop this in here. And that gives me another regulator upgrade. I definitely want to learn how to use those because I think those will be very helpful for some of the things we'll be using a lot to be able to do that keep in stock stuff. Okay, and I know we're going to use crafting upgrades a lot. That's just sort of a given. So we're going to need another upgrade, so we're going to need another improved processor. So I need another one of you. Go. And then I need another one of you. Doot, 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 doot. There is that, and then this is for a crafting. Keep wanting to call it a crafting card. It's not a crafting card, it's a crafting upgrade. Okay, now I need a construction core. So that is this one. I need one of you. Go. Okay, and then while that's processing, we'll run to the B area. And restock on you. Doot, and doot. Two of those. I think they were crafting cards in AE. They're called crafting upgrades in refined storage. So, okay, so now we have speed upgrades and stack upgrades. I think I'm just gonna want to make a pattern for this darn upgrade because I'm tired of making them already. Here we no, this one, put the pattern right here. So then I can just do this and say, make me an upgrade. Thank you. Wow, that burned up stuff fast. We'll need to make that RF thing quickly. We're going to be making a ton of things in that furnace because it will go very quickly otherwise. Okay, there's our upgrade. And then this is going to be speed upgrade, which is here. Sugar. I need sugar? Sugar. Okay. Fortunately, have sugar will travel. We're good on sugar. Okay. Here's that. And then we need a stack upgrade. is this one, which is going to be, oh, I need 4 speed upgrades. Okay, so I'm going to need no, not 14. God dang it. 4 of those. Which I can just drop this in there and make 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then I can do this and make 1 of those. And add those to there. And that gives me another speed upgrade. Put that in there. Okay, that takes care of that. Then we've got a requester. The requester keeps the filtered item or fluid in stock with a desired amount. Okay, I can use the 2 crafting upgrades I have to make this craft. We'll put those in there. Requester. Here. Okay, I'm going to need an advanced processor. Here. Go. I'm going to need another machine casing, which means I'm going to need to make another iron. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. La da da da. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and I missed. There's that. And then we'll run over here to here and go 1, 2, 3. Take that and that. And here we're going to do this and grab quartz. Because I know I'm going to need it again, we'll just go ahead and throw some on there. Okay. Now I'm going to need a detector. I'm going to need an improved. I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Okay. I need a redstone torch. I'm going to need that. Okay, so for this, I'm going to need improved processor. And I'm going to need time for that to get a little more mana. I'm going to go and refresh my drink. Give it time to process that block of charcoal, and hopefully have enough mana to do 2 things a string. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I will into Britannia. Didn't realize I was out of string cheese. Woohoo! Had enough. Yay. Happy day. Okay, here we go. Got 2 in there. So now if I do improve processor, I don't need to make the processing bindings first. It'll just go straight to making that. Okay, so here, here, here. There's the detector. And either that isn't a quest by itself. It's an advancement, but apparently it isn't quest. Okay, and then I need another thing, because of course I do. Okay, so we're gonna need more things, because of course we do. Go there. It worries me there's a zombie hanging out with my cows. I should probably check on that. At least he's over in the general direction of my cows. We should definitely go check on our cows. Oh no, I made aluminum! I didn't want aluminum, I wanted iron. Darn and drat. Wrong thing. Okay, then I can do this, and we need this, this, and this gives me that. I can put that away, and then we can do this, and oh, I already had some. Oh, even better. This, and this. Oh no, I didn't. I just split it in 2 and I took it out. Lovely. This, and then we can do this and the quartz, and I've literally put it right back in the system. 1, 2, 3. Put it in there. Put it in there. Here we go. And a retriever. A requester, sorry. Requester. Oh, I know what that is. That's my pink slime generator. Dude, why are there so many of you in there? Oh, because you're empty of honey, so you can't be taking them out. That would explain that. Do I have any honey on me? No. I'll take care of you in a bit later. I have so many things to do. So many things to do. Alright, we can put those away. Alright, then the dimension card. That was the one with nether stars, so I can't do that one yet. So we have to skip this one. We have to skip this one. Alright, so let's start setting up storage part. Actually, let's do this. Let's do like 20. Because we're going to need a lot of patterns. Just saying, we're going to need a lot of patterns. Okay, so then we'll do a 4, a 16, 64. Okay, that's a fluid. I want to skip the fluids. There's 256. 124. 496. Not skipping one, I hope. 16384. 65 536. Oops. 2663. Okay, now I'm losing. Okay, so here. Okay, so let's put these in order here. We've got the 1, 4, 16, 64, 64, 256, 1024, 4096, 16, 384, 65, and then there's the 262, so that's that one. Then I got the $1,048,000, and then I have an infinite. Let's actually put that, that, and that. Okay, so that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I have that right. So then if I do there 1K, craft me one of those. Yes. Grab that, drop it back in. And that gives me some silicon. And we will put the silicon right back in there. Next one in line is the 4K. And you need to make sure I grab the right one. I want one 4K. Grab it. Drop it right back in there. And that gives me a 1K, which I will put right back in there. Okay, next one is the 16. 16. 116, and I'm again missing the string. Sensing theme. In there, 16 here, one of you go. Hi Benji, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a lovely evening. Machine doesn't accept item. Figured that was the case. 16. You did! You got me to my follower goal. Thank you so much. There is 16. And boom. And we'll throw that back in there. Now I'll be able to reset that goal to get to 100 followers. That will be so cool. Okay, next on there is 64. Oops. And I'm guessing I'm going to need, ooh, a ton more string, and we're going to need a bunch of silicon. Now, the silicon, I can create a recipe for that now. So if I do this, 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 and then I go to my crafter manager and scroll down. That takes care of making any more silicon. So we're good there. Now we're going to need a ton more string. So let's actually make some more patterns. Not 110. Oh my gosh. 10. They don't even have enough to do 10. Back to the bees. I really don't want to deal with Mr. Enderman. He's so annoying. I'll grab some honey while I'm here. We'll go here. And drop some honey in there. That'll take care of some of the zombies. And then come in here. those. Now I should be able to do my patterns. Thank you. Lovely. Okay, so now we should be able to do the fluid parts. Okay, and it should be the same thing. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fluid parts. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and then I go to my crafter manager, and we're going to there's the 6464. There's the 256. There's the 16. There's the 496. There's the 1024. There's the 65. There's the 262. There's the 1,048,000, and there's the infinite. I somehow missed the ones. Where's the little ones? Do they start with 64? They totally do start with 64. I could move all of these up one then. Doot, and doot, and doot. Okay, so the fluid ones start with 64. And I need a bucket. Oh, look at me, I have buckets. Doot, doot, doot. That gives me more silicon. Okay, then the next one is the 256. 256, the fluid. And we're already needing more string. Because of course we do. Now we're needing like 10 string. Which is like crazy. So I think we've probably reached the limit of what we can do in refined storage until we get Botania going and make a whole bunch more mana. Because then I think all we need to do is make a ton of mana string and we'll be able to crank a bunch of these out. Which would be, you know, awesome. So while I'm thinking about it, we will get our goals updated so we can end our goal and start a new goal. Woohoo! Our new goal has begun. Now we are going to start trying to get to 100 followers. How awesome is that? Thank you again, Benji, for helping us meet our goal. That is awesome. All right, you got your miscellaneous one done. Nice. Okay. Let me run to Botania. I'll give you some more charcoal. So if I get some more string. Up to 12? Crazy, man. Crazy. I was gonna say, you gotta be getting close to that halfway point. Alright, on the item side, I'm up to 64. So I want a 64. Oh no, 64, I needed 8. That's right. Okay, so can I do the 256 fluid? Oh, helps to put them in there, doesn't it? Duh. Yes, okay, so we do that. Oh, that's for sure. I know, Captive is planning on doing a shop in town to help with Mystical Ag. So that will help a smidge. Okay, so there is that. Throw that in there. Okay, so then the next one there is 1,024 for the fluid. I'm already needing more string. Egads. Okay, so I'll be able to do these better if I put a bucket recipe in there. So we should go ahead and put a bucket recipe in. And, oops. We can go ahead and add that recipe in, so it will be ready. Need to put storage housings to convert these into disks to put in my disk drives, but I want to wait until I get some bigger ones. So for now, I'll be fine using my barrels down below. So let's look at, we've got just a little bit of time left. The next thing we need to do is look at the power upgrade that Shifter recommended for our next stage of power. So we've already upgraded our reactor, but that ain't going to be enough. That ain't anywhere near going to be enough power. We need a lot more. So I'm going to drop those two things off. And we're going to take the cloche over to our mechanism building. we have power available right here. I think, do I have more? I do have more power. Excellent. Okay, so let's bring this down from here. And we'll go down and over, 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 over. Oh, that's not going to work because it's too tall. This actually has to sit here. Okay, and then we'll have, where's my wrench? Right there. Okay, so that is going to do power. So then I need to put dirt and some sort of item in here, because I want to be producing ethylene from here. So if I do U for use here. Oh, you're not going to show me that. Okay, fine. It's going to be the... Where's the other machine? It's the... Not that one, not that one, not that one. Combiner. No. Yes. No, it wasn't the combiner. What the heck was it? It's the PRC that makes ethylene. That is down here. U. Ethylene. I take water and hydrogen. I consume biofuel to make this. So I need to make the crusher. It's the crusher that makes the biofuel. I need to plant something in here that's going to make me the material to put in the crusher to make the biofuel. Okay, so that's going to be, I'm going to actually go to spawn. All right, you have a good night too, Shifter. I believe Kimidori still has some seeds, and if not, I will raid the garden. I think she's got rice, eggplant, rutabaga, pineapple, amaranth, beets. She should have beets. There's radishes, spinach, beetroot. Oh, I didn't mean to eat them. I'm taking the beetroot seeds. Can I plant the beets? No. Snap. Okay, well, that's fine. Taking the beets. I just want to get this up and running tonight so that way it will start generating stuff. Pardon me while I ignore you. Do 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 do. Okay, so then I can grab my wireless and I can grab a thing of dirt. I can put the dirt in there and I can put the beetroot seeds in there, and then I need water, so I need to make a sink. Okay, we need a bucket. I had buckets, but apparently I've used them all, which is not helpful. Okay, I'm going to go back here. Sink. Okay, so I need the sink for both the electrolytic separator to make the hydrogen and for the cloche. I'm going to put this like here. where is my water? Okay, so then I should be able to do here, 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 here. I need to rotate this cloche. And then I need to do that. Okay. I'll leave it like that for now, just because I'm going to have to take the floor up again. Okay, it's growing fast. Like, really fast. Okay. So then what I want to do is I want to get my item pipes out. Got those. And for now, we got a barrel. We'll do that. Items are not coming out. Items come out from out there, don't they? Hang on. Hang on. That. And that. There we go. Okay. So now we have the beets growing and going into this barrel. So that will be the start of our process. So then we're going to need to crush those into the biofuel. Then the biofuel is going to get put into the PRC, but I'm also going to need an electrolytic separator. Let's come over here real quick. I'm going to need oh my gosh, I can't type. Electrolytic separator. There. I need gold, iron, and osmium. So I'm going to need gold, iron, two osmium. And then I'm going to need can do not. That and that. And I'm going to need and I'm going to need to enrich that. here, 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 here. That gives me that. Then I'm going to take the enrichment chamber, gives me that. I get more bang for my buck if I use that, because I can make 8 of those with 1 redstone as opposed to a couple. He's very slow though. That drink went very, very fast. He's okay though. We will need to be wrapping it up here soon anyway, since tomorrow I do have to go into the office. And since I actually have to go to work by driving into the office, I do want to try and get to bed at a little more reasonable hour. So we'll make an electrolytic separator, which gives us a second one. So that is good. We'll put the second one over here. Now the electrolytic separator, I'm going to put a pipe here, and let's see how we do this here, and do this, maybe, there, okay. That, and we're going to put this here. Now we're going to get the power here, here. Oops. Down. Okay, so we've got hydrogen and we have oxygen. I think I need to rotate it this way, because I think hydrogen is going to come out this side. I think. Okay, so then we're going to need another crusher. Okay, so recipe for that is going to be osmium. Okay, so we're going to get another redstone, put that away. I'm going to put the iron away and grab the osmium. I'm going to put, no. We want to enrich it first. Then put that in there, and then put the osmium in there, so I always get the maximum number of the circuits back. There is that. Okay, so I know I'm going to need 2 of those. Okay, then I'm going to need a steel casing. Oh, the machine frame with a steel block in the combiner. That's why District was saying to get the combiner. Oh, interesting. You need any cobblestone. Okay, I should be able to. I've got that. I've got that. Combiner. Hang on. Combiner. Combiner. I bet I don't have a supreme frame left. I may have used it. Let's go look and see if I've used them all. Don't have any there. That's what I need to use in the combiner. I thought I still had a couple of supreme frames left, but I'm not seeing them. Because we definitely want to get away from having to use supreme to make steel casings. That is for sure. But if we don't have one available, it's, you know, a multi-step process to get one. We will probably have to call it there for the night. sworn I still had a couple. I don't remember what I would have used them on. Huh. That's okay. It's all good. We've got a, oh dear. Hi. I think that's totally doable. Holy cow, is it making them fast? I mean, I don't even have any goodies set up or anything, and it is flying through them. Okay. Alright, I think that is what we'll do then. We will come home here, and I will put that away, and that away, and that away, and that away, that away. Then we'll put, grab my toolboxes, and we'll put this and this and this away. And I'll put this and this away. And I can put those away. Okay. And let me eat that. Okay. Well, we got what we wanted to do. We got the rest of the baseline quest done in refined storage, and we got started on making the disk drive parts. So that's great. We definitely need to get better mana production in Botania so we can continue working on making those disk drives, because the mana string production is definitely a struggle at the moment since we have very little mana production. But because all of these things are so gated and entwined with each other, I haven't gotten very far in Botania yet, but I need Botania to work on refined storage. Go figure that one out. Okay, fine. But I want to increase power production, so this gas generator is the next tier up from the reactor I'm currently using now. So I want to get that up and running next. So I need to get the combiner, the PRC, and the gas burning generator. Get that up and running, and it should be basically a closed unit system. So this whole system's going to generate the ethylene. The ethylene is going to get burned into this gas burning generator, and then it's going to generate for me Shift N. Yeah, that doesn't show it, but it will generate a good amount of energy. So then, between my reactor and that, I should have a good amount of energy to be running my RS system and my void miner. And I'll be able to keep upgrading my void miner, keep working my way through the crystals. And then we can work on stuff like Botania and Astral Sorcery, working our way through all of those quests. So we will keep moving on up. I need to keep adding more barrels to our storeroom so I can migrate all the crap that's in this room over there. So then this room will be available to use for another task. I'm thinking it could be maybe our mystical egg storeroom. So I could start growing some Inferium, getting it set up to convert that up, and so on and so forth. That would be a good use of the space, I think. And we also are now able to be in a position to get the reprocessor going and get these 2 ingots up and running. We also, I think, would now be able to potentially work on making the solar panels. So maybe we can knock out those quests. At least the first part of them. You know, up here where we get to Wyvern and Draconic, we can't do those until we get into Draconic Evolution. We're a ways away from Draconic Evolution. Like, a ways away. But if we can get power stabilized, we should be able to keep working our way down environmental tech. We can keep working on mechanism. We could start working on mystical ag. Which would be awesome. We need to still be working on bees, obviously. Astral Sorcery, Botania. Since Botania is needed for working on being able to convert this darn string, it'd be good to increase our mana production, needless to say. Yeah. It's just, everything is so entwined. I'd like to get another chapter or 2 done before Shifter gets too far ahead of me. He's up to 12. We're still at 7. We were only 2 behind, and now he's gone way out there to 12. But that's all right. That's all right. It's still progress. We managed to get done what I wanted to tonight, which was to get that section of quest done in refined storage. Happy about that. And we did get just started on working on getting the gas burning generator set up, which that is a little bonus progress, and we'll continue work on that tomorrow night. So this has been Ragnamod 6 here on the Ragnamod 6 server. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. If you did, please consider dropping a follow. We are on our next tier of goals, trying to get to 100 followers. And remember, you can also, if you really like the content, drop a subscription, and you can get a free subscription with your Amazon Prime membership. I will be uploading tonight's episode to YouTube, where my entire archive of my Ragnamod 6 series can be found under Katiana Swift Arrow. And you can also find my CT2 archive, my DDSS archive, and my E2E series there as well. And with that, I hope everybody has a great evening, and we'll come back tomorrow night where we will pick up where we left off and keep knocking out some more mechanism and see if we can get our next tier of environmental tech up and running. That reminds me, we should go and turn the power back on real quick to the void miner. Now that we're not going to be processing in our RS system, we can turn the power back on over here. So we'll do this. It's now back up and running in full. So hopefully, now that we've fixed the block that was turned the wrong direction, hopefully that will be able to be up and running and we won't have any issues when we come in tomorrow night. Hopefully. I don't want to go in there. I want to go down here. Alright. Well, with that, I will bid you all good night, and we will meet you back here tomorrow evening for another installment of Ragnamod 6. Good night, everybody.